Sociologists study many different aspects of deviance: who gets defined as deviants, who does the defining, under what circumstances are people defined as deviant. Sociologists maintain that these factors affect how those identified as deviant are subsequently treated. Similarly, sociologists argue that crime is not simply the result of a person's genetic predisposition or their personality makeup or the exercise of his or her own free will. These and other explanations of crime at the level of the individual ignore the social facts that Durkheim first wrote about. It is a common sense understanding that crime and deviance are dysfunctional, that they're abnormal, unhealthy behaviors and occurrences that violate or at least fail to achieve a social norm or expectation. The structural functionalist perspective, as you will recall from our lecture from chapter 11, stresses the ways in which different groups in a society work together to balance out any tensions between the group's different needs and interests in order to make up a smoothly functioning whole. When something, a group or an individual, threatens this homeostasis, or what we call balance, efforts are made to return things to the status quo. Crime and deviance are universal and are normal parts of any society, and they have several possible functions, according to the structural functionalists. Deviance helps members of a group or society to clarify their values, norms, and beliefs. Deviance helps society members define the limits of acceptable behavior and thus clarify the moral boundaries between right and wrong. In fact, society creates deviance as an expected outcome of setting moral boundaries. Existing norms, values, and beliefs would grow weak or atrophy if they weren't regularly brought into play in response to deviant acts. According to structural functionalists, when members of a group or a society as a whole respond to deviance, especially when that response is a sense of moral outrage, they are brought closer together. The moral and ethical ties that bind them are reinforced. When deviant people push against boundaries, those boundaries can sometimes be changed.